So there are three views within the contents estimate. There's the VSS, which is the virtual scope sheet, and that's what you're looking at there. We can also click the list mode, and what the list mode does, it's the easiest way to make an edit. So if I need to change a price for this replaced bookcase, let's say the insured told me it's $1,200, I simply come up to replace bookcase and then come over to the either the material or the labor. In this case, I can come over to the material cost and then put $1,200 in. As I do that, then the tax will be updated. So as you can see, that's how easy it is to put that in. So remember that the list is going to show you all the items that you have in your estimate, and it's the easiest way to make an edit or deletion. So I can then either put a deletion, I can do an override, I can do an economic age, I can do a sales tax rate if need be, if it's different. Let's say if you bought it in a different county, which would be subject to different sales tax, and make sure you have the receipt. And if I can mark this depreciation recoverable or non-recoverable if applicable. Okay, so once we have that, I am also going to now click on the manual mode. Now the manual mode is kind of interesting, and it's probably one of the most interesting modes within the Simsol system, is because the manual mode is used a lot for contents. Not too much in the building, but predominantly used in the contents estimate. What I mean by that is that it's an enhanced view of the list mode, so it'll show you all these. But one thing that I like about the contents, the manual mode for the contents estimates, is come up here and then put in custom items. Or let's say that I'm putting in a inventory sheet from that the insured has provided. So what you could do is you could take your mouse and find on your keyboard the word insert. Insert. So as I do that, it creates a custom item. So a lot of people don't even go in. Now, a lot of the adjusters don't go into the VSS at all. They'll go right to manual and then just start hand inputting in all the contents items. So for example, if I was looking for a TV set, put the age in, and I'm using the tab key in order to go to field to field. So as you can see, I can come over here to the contents item. Now what I need to do here is I'm going to put a note in. Let's say that this is going to be damaged by water. As you can see here, I've got the age in. Now it's not going to take the depreciation table as you saw in the VSS. I have to provide this. Okay. And then on the make model, I can say that it's a Sony HD 2510 serial number. And then I can place that in. Don't forget about the salvage amount. So let's say that I've got a material cost in here that I need to actually put this in. So with the manual mode, I do have to click in the override to actually put the price in, but it's not bad at all. So if I come over here to the material cost, let's say that this is $1,500, and then select it and click on done. Also, it will also want me to do a major trade classification. I can come over here and click on electrics. As you saw, it did prompt me for that. I can put in TVs or video equipment accessories. Here we got television. So it does want me to complete that for the trade association. And it takes 2 seconds to do, but I would do it because if you print it, you can do a trade association. So it says, all my electronics are so much amount of money. All my furniture is so much amount of money. So if you take the time to do that, it works very well. So I'm going to come up here and click on done. If I need to put another custom entry in, I click on insert. All right, and this one here I'm going to put in is a floor lamp. I'm going to hit the tab. I'm going to put the age in. I'm going to put in if there's a comment on there. Remember that I do need to put in the override button. Okay. If I don't put in the override, I can't put in the material cost. So as I do that and place that in there, I do need to put in, for example, the depreciation on that. Yep, I keep on have to put on that major trade classification, so just don't forget about that. So there are three views within the contents system. VSS, remember that's the VSS, the virtual scope sheet, that's where you pick it. There's a list mode, which tells you all the line items that you have selected for that area. And there's also the manual mode. Okay, so remember that the manual mode can create a custom item by simply clicking the insert key on that. There is another thing that you can also click. There's a button called custom, and that can be put in through the VSS. I can just come up here and click custom, and there's my item. So that gives you an item right here. Let's say that I want to put in, for example, a table, coffee table. So as I select that, I've got the waste, I've got the quantity. Now here I don't have to put in, it automatically gives me the override screen. So here I can put $150 on this item. So as I click on it, I put the age in, and once I do that, I still need, since it is a custom item, I still have to put the depreciation on there. Remember, before we do that, enter make, model, serial if applicable. If you need to take salvage, you can do so. And then don't forget about the major classification and sub classifications on that. So we'll put some hardwood furniture on that, and now click on done. So there's a couple ways we can put line items in. Okay, the VSS, we can do the manual, we can do the custom. All right, so that's what we have as far as the contents using the VSS. I'm now going to go into a little bit more of things that we can do.